All right, back in. It's our last ACC game, I believe. So us and Clemson, 7-1. But Duke's always hanging around. But if we win, we should be in, I think. When we lose to Florida State, are they even? Oh well. All right. So we lost this guy. There, your cat. What are you doing, cat? Alright. We're in a recruiting battle here. Visit, I guess. Got a pretty good class. Yeah, you're fine. Enough. I think we know what this one is. Right. Playing style's an F. Schedule this one. I think we can figure out this one. Superman? What's he doing here? There. Oh. There. Superman it is. Schedule is too. You know this one? Come on. Nothing. Give me somebody. Ouch. Check out some of the athletes. I believe there should be some left. There we go. 5-10. That's pretty decent, though. Alright, good enough. I got this guy. Let's go.
Welcome everyone to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pitbull Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
See if we can get that offense rolling.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So FIU's offense will take the field first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, dude. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going down. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Panthers in a good spot here with second and short. Here we go. Back to pass. Catch in the middle is Chad. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Got it. The Panthers have their offense in high gear. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and 4. Lasso! Looking to fire. Got his man. They'll gain down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Off the play fake. Big guy smells it. That completion Situation has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the
Okay,
1.
not too short.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field.
Okay, ready?
You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third. Trying to run the way.
Easy.
Offense cashing it in on that drive.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, third and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Yellow Jackets offense will take the field for the first time. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You've got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game.
Gives it on the option. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hold and finds his man on the left. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
As a head coach, you love it when the quarterback is early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Okay, offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to game.
I thought it was past him enough.
That's a great way to set the tone. You get the lead and you get a nice bounce.
And you know, Reese, you're getting the breaks early. Offense got the break, the tip right there, but those breaks tend to even out throughout a game. But so far, this offense has executed well, and they have the lead.
The best.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ready up. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Easy. Looking for a man. It's Kendricks. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis.
Tap on
Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. Come on, set. Out of the gun. The running back has it. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Cricket. Now the play fake. Makes the catch. Pulled down for the tackle.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. It makes the defense pay.
Just pushed him into his lap.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his man. It's Witherspoon. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, I'll score that one again.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Witherspoon. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in, it's Perry.
As soon as he caught it,
But there's been a flag thrown. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. They'll work him down to the excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling some plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Direct snap.
Really?
Florida International. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Looking to pass. It's Kendricks. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Phillips. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver of the middle of the field.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Sweet cut there. They get it down to the 35. drive before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move to keep running. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to pick it up off the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Oh, was he short? He only got the first one.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they do on third down. Whistle blows here at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Over the top.
Trying play action. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. That'll close the gap to 14. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Witherspoon. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Wants to throw on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the
Finger
field.
was starting to sail a little bit.
Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on second down.
Yes.
Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. FIU will line up to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, but they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him? Or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
To throw, it's Kendricks. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'm the best in the game. I'm the best.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Got it.
And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Now the lead is down to 11.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
On the double.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the ground with the back. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And he's going to try to return this one. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustment. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think you got to hear this defense. You have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Back to pass, it's Kendricks. Finds his tight end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands. First down.
Trying to set up the screen.
A big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Florida International offense is back on the field. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Here we go.
Might as well stick with it. Sports across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Looking down the middle. Finds it down the left.
Best
And the
way,
explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10.
Lasso.
From the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Ready, set.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line.
Set. Ready. Dino.
2nd down. They'll go to the air. Behind his big tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception. But
Pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
On the
The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
Tuna.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good. One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field.
Right.
They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Takes it with the back. He's stopped after picking up 1 to the 23.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Okay, ready?
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Cobra.
Wide receiver going in motion. Finds the back and leaves it on the option. Now after that run, they're in pretty pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Man, nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Oh, that may be it. A good stroll into the end zone for the score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. USC is down right now, but this lead is not insurmountable. This is a program that's produced Keyshawn Johnson and Lynn Swann. So big playmaking is always a possibility. They're trailing by 10 to Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Give to the back. Finds a little space. And they will spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? And it's caught inside the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Cricket! Hornet!
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be fourth down from the 23. They'll play it safe and try for 3. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Easy. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He's got an open man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get through.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Kendricks. A little screen to the running back. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
It wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put in push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs.
Lasso!
And off from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? This offense right now is trying to win.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. FIU set up with another 1st down. Power football with the run. Turning it on. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Motion from the wide receiver. He'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Perry. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit!
From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Witherspoon. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Ready up. Second and goal for the offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Ready.
Using his feet. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the outside. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
6-9-1, Gators score.
And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
Okay,
It
ready.
didn't take them long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first
Here we
down.
go.
It's the back moving. Back to throw. It's Kendricks. Lets it go to the end zone. Yellow Jackets fitted in the window for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Backed up now, here's second and long.
Hound 55.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Ready.
Now facing a third and long.
Gorilla. Cobra. Ready, go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Punch it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it. But the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the field.
All business today for this ball club. They come out, and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Not bad. Alright. Try and do another one pretty quick here. And get her going.